Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of how to use Tradelics to track your trades. In this example, we'll connect Tradelics to a MetaTrader 5 account, synchronize trading data, and take a look at some of the most important features. When you start Tradelics for the first time, you'll see an empty workspace. The first thing you need to do is create a new file. A file is where Tradelics stores all your trading data. You can choose the structure that works best for you. For example, you can create a separate file for each trading account, or you can store multiple accounts in a single file. Tradelics is designed to be flexible, so you can organize your trading data in whatever way suits your workflow best. Let's create a new file. When you create a new file, Tradelics will ask you to create your first account. An account is required because all trading data in Tradelics is linked to an account. This means you'll need at least one account before you can start importing and tracking your trades. As mentioned earlier, you're not limited to a single account. You can create multiple accounts within the same file and organize them however you prefer. Now we'll create our first trading account. Tradelics supports several connection methods, but in this example, we'll use MetaTrader 5. First, enter an account name. This could be the name of your broker or any name that helps you identify the account. I'll call this account my first account. Next, choose the account type. For most users, this will be a real trading account. There is also a test trading option. This is useful for backtesting or forward testing strategies. In test trading mode, Tradelics calculates profits and losses based on your trade data. For a live trading account, your broker provides the actual profits, commissions, swaps, and fees, so we'll select Real Trading. Now enter your initial account balance. In my case, the account balance is $5,000 US. Next, select your account currency. You can also assign a color to make the account easier to identify throughout the application. If your broker does not provide commission information, you can configure fixed or percentage-based fees here. In this example, the broker already supplies all fee information, so no additional setup is required. Now we'll select MetaTrader 5 as the data source. It's important to understand how synchronization works. Tradelics does not connect directly to the MetaTrader server. Instead, it connects to your local MetaTrader 5 application. Because of this, MetaTrader 5 must be running whenever a synchronization is performed. You can choose whether Tradelics should automatically start MetaTrader when synchronizing, or whether you'd prefer to launch MetaTrader manually. The choice is yours. In most cases, Tradelics automatically detects the MetaTrader installation path. However, if you have multiple MetaTrader installations on the same computer, you can specify a custom path for this account. For example, I have separate MetaTrader installations for different brokers, so I need to select the correct installation for this account. Once the correct MetaTrader executable has been selected, we can continue with the login settings. Now enter your MetaTrader account credentials. This step is important because MetaTrader supports different account permissions. For example, you may have a read-only investor password, or you may have full trading access. Tradelics will log into MetaTrader using the credentials you enter here. If you use an investor password, MetaTrader will open in read-only mode. If you use your master password, you'll have full access to trading functions. For this reason, I recommend using the credentials that match how you normally work with the account. Enter your server name, login number, and password. You can choose whether Tradelics should save the password or ask for it each time synchronization is performed. I'll save the password for convenience. The last sync date determines the point in time from which Tradelics will start importing data. Since this is our first synchronization, Tradelics will import all available trading history from MetaTrader 5. After each synchronization, this date will automatically update. If you ever need to re-import historical data, simply change this date to an earlier point in time and synchronize again. You can also enable automatic synchronization and configure how often Tradelics should check for updates. For now, we'll keep the default settings and finish the account setup. Now we have created our first account in this file, and you can always add more accounts here or edit your existing ones. I also want to show you some additional settings related to synchronization. In the Preferences, go to the Sync page. For MetaTrader accounts, you may occasionally need to configure a time offset if your broker uses a different server time than your local time zone. So if you are syncing your trades and the open and close times don't match your local time, you probably need to adjust this offset here. Tradelics provides settings for both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 time offsets. Here you can also select whether you want Tradelics to automatically start MetaTrader 5 when synchronizing. And while I was speaking, we can see that Tradelics has automatically synced in the background to the account we just created because we enabled autosync. So let's take a look at the data we received. As you can see, Tradelics has imported all available trades from the account. We can see open positions and their unrealized profit, pending orders, and completed trades with their realized profit. And with that, we've covered the basic setup and first synchronization of Tradelics. In the next video, I'll show you how to use Tradelics to track a trade from planning to placing the trade and finally closing it. We'll also look at how you can journal each step and use Tradelics to stay consistent and disciplined in your trading process. See you in the next part.